there's a thought out there, maybe even a notion that since this abortion issue in this country is, I guess, getting aborted back to the States, if you will, we're finding that some people out there saying that this is going to drive more Democrats to the polls. Really? On the other hand, wouldn't you think this would likely drive more Republicans or people who are maybe centrists, who are not for abortion for the most part, to the polls itself because of the reaction that the Democrats are doing, creating a net zero sort of gain? I actually honestly believe that. I actually think it even possibly goes further than that. Now, when you see the Supreme Court, an institution in and of itself that has very few leaks, if any, have ever popped out of the court itself by disaffected people and goddamn communists and liberals and socialists who are in that institution, and there's rife in that institution, wouldn't you think that some people, maybe center-left, centrists perhaps, that see this and go, you know what, I may be pro-abortion or whatever, but this is BS. We know that all this stuff is going back to the states, and the states get to decide, not the federal government, but the states themselves, that we're either going to be pro-abortion or 100% abortion all the way up to, I don't know, afterbirth, to no abortion at all, doesn't matter what, who cares? If you wanted to get an abortion, you go to another state. Or somewhere in between, like say 12 weeks, and after that, tough luck. Not sure on that. But I could see to where there are some people out there, and honestly, it won't swing the other way. You won't see people on the right who are, anti-abortion and hear this and go, oh, no, this sways me to abortion. That's not going to happen. I can see it to where people are going to look at this as a grift. So some sort of op in the Supreme Court trying to besmirch or try to sway the court a different way that they know it's already going to happen. I could see that, where some people might get off-put on that and like, you know what, I can't vote for these idiots. Maybe they're on the fence. Maybe it doesn't do anything at all. I don't know. I just think it's an interesting question to even ponder, even kind of like sit around with a beer, like at night, you're watching TV or whatever, you shut it off and you're like, and you try to you think about what's going on, throughout the day, and you come across this, you're like, is this really going to push people who are, already anti or pro-abortion, let's say, and are they going to really get more completely upset that they're not already upset already enough to go to the polls 110%, which they were going to go already? It doesn't make any sense. I think that those people who are already upset and already pissed off already know about this and are already making a stink about it. And the people that maybe don't make a stink about it, but maybe will vote Democrat regardless if it's just a bucket of crap that says D on it, or they're going to vote for it. I don't necessarily think that's going to push these people who are mild-mannered. There are mild-mannered leftists out there. There's not many of them, but there are. I just don't see them getting pushed to be violent or vote more sternly now. That doesn't make any sense. I just think that this only affects, actually, and in my opinion, I actually may even just kind of sort of pondering this as well. This is going to drive more people who are on the right, who maybe don't want to vote because my vote doesn't matter anyways, who are going to push these people out to go vote because they're looking at this and like, you know what? The tide's turning, and guess what? You need to, lean into that. I could lean into the wind, I guess, and ride that wave because of the tide back to shore, because all of this leftist BS that's going on right now, it's getting hit hard. We all see it. We all know what's coming. You can smell it. It's palpable in the air. We know this is going. The tide is turning. I honestly believe that. Now, could it immediately get pushed right back out to sea? Absolutely. How or why? Take your pick. Did I think 3-4 days ago that this was going to be hopefully a thing that might actually happen, where the federal government can't dictate, who can and can't get an abortion and gets sent back to the states? That would be awesome. But again, we just don't know. And I actually like where all of this is going. When leftists get pissed off and they scream and shout and stomp their feet and get mad and spit and throw firebombs at courthouses, you know that we touched not only a nerve,